All right, you guys, I'm back out here working on the Mercedes. It's 2012 C250 W204. You know, one of the most popular ones on the online that everybody's always like playing around with. What I got tasked today is, I pulled the door handle lever and it just broke off. Just snapped off. So I'm going to show you what I'm figuring out how to replace it. They got everything riveted in, from the speakers, you name it. Nothing was got screws that you can just take out. You got a couple of little pop rivets here for the door panel itself, but then you got a couple of bolts you got to take out, and then the door panel comes off. So that part is pretty simple. All right, let me get to the meat and potatoes of it. So here's the door panel right here, and here's the old lever that broke off. I had to pretty much just kind of break it off to get it out of there, and it snapped a little. It's got a little plastic pin in the center. Right here is where it goes. Goes in there, and then this little pin goes in there, holds it in place. Well, the tricky thing about this little pin is let me show you this real quick. I took all these panels off, and then, if you just want to get crazy with it, you got to take off all these little plastic rivets. I started messing with a few of them, taking them out, then I realized, man, this just I ain't got time for that. So I just got messing with this. I ended up snapping it off, the little plastic thing, and you don't know what's going to happen while you're pulling on it. But I got a screwdriver in there behind it, a little thin screwdriver, and snap these pins off. And the only way I see you can put this thing together is pretty much pull up this right here as best as you can and see if you can get that pin underneath there and slide it up through the hole while it's in there, and then maybe put a screwdriver underneath to push it in place, something like that. So I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna see if that's gonna work. Other than that, there's no way to really put this thing together unless you melt all those little rivets in the back and take them out. When they send you a new, when you buy it online, a new new door handle, it comes with all these little screws. So they know you gotta cut all those things off. But let me see if I can go the easier route than that, because I don't want to do all that work. So, all right, but it's got to be fixed. Kind of goofy thing to be broke off to where you got to do all this work just to replace it. I guess they just replaced the whole door. So, I don't know, but yeah, here's another little hiccup. So I just want to show you, and I'll bring the video back when I see if I can once I get it put together and see if it come out right. All right, this is what I came up with. I popped off some of the little plastic rivets in the back that hold this part of the panel up. I stuck my screwdriver in there, so give me some space where I can get my needle nose back there to push the pin up in there. So I just go ahead and set that in there like such, and then get my needle nose and run it up in there. Well, that did it. I was able to, put the screwdriver in there and pop that little pin in, and it's in place. That's all I needed. And, you know what I'm saying? I got my latch back on this side, so I can hook up my latch to it. And that's pretty much it. Man, it wasn't bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a mess. All right.